All right. We're recording live. Comedy Cellar Nightly is back once again with a full house tonight. Full house, bunch of comics. No women, no minorities.
Jesus.
I don't know what happened.
No. What happened was a good choice, probably.
I feel like it's the Cellars in the early 90s. Anyways, of course, we got Paul Virzi, Mike Vecchionne, Sean Donnelly. We got Mushy Mike, and we have Noam. And we have, of course, the legend, saving the best for last, Rich Voss.
I'm a minority. I'm the only headliner on this podcast right now.
Yeah, you're the only C-room headliner.
Listen. All right.
You're the only headliner that works restaurants.
Yeah. And I always, did you see me on Inside Edition last night?
Nobody did.
Millions of people watch Inside Edition.
Yeah, millions of assholes. Who watches Inside Edition?
You just said assholes.
All right, go ahead.
Can I answer that? The elderly watch it.
Thank you. Do they?
Yeah, from their hospital beds.
Why were you on it?
They did a story on how comics, how we're dealing with this.
Once again, why were you on it?
Okay. Whoa, look at that. He got me, guys. Honey, hey, Mike. Hey, Vecchionne, did you hear that? Mark it down. Jesus Christ, I feel like I'm on the Impractical Joker cruise right now. What do you call it?
Oh, seriously, why did they want you on it? Were you like comics that can most likely be affected by the coronavirus?
They just wanted, they had, I guess, I don't know what, they just picked me and some other guys, and we had to tape it at the Stress Factory. They made us stand 6 feet apart. But I had a one or two funny lines, because I think it was like they edited it down to like a 1.5-minute segment or 2 minutes at the most.
They're just looking for a soundbite.
Yeah, it was it wasn't really, it was a little more than a soundbite, but it was close to that.
What did you say? What was the funny line?
Well, because everybody's trying to be so, what's the word? Whatever. And I just try to be, I go, look, not only do it's not that I miss comedy. I said, I miss hanging out with comics, sitting around and doing what we do. I go, which is nothing, but the timing, it was really funny. But that's really kind of one of the main things I miss. Shut up, you jackasses. I'm surprised you guys aren't standing in front of a mic in front of your stupid fireplaces trying to earn $40. Honey, I just made $40. Go to the market.
How do you
Nobody even said anything.
Yeah, I can tell.
How do you guys feel about the comics that are actually doing that doing stand-up and by themselves in their living room or trying to do stand-up places? Why do you feel?
I think it's two things. I think it's really, some guys just are stir crazy, cabin fever, and have to do something because we're so used to going out there. But the sad thing is, I think a lot of guys need to make money, and I think you're seeing some desperation, which is rough because I think this is going to take some people out of the game if it goes on longer than a couple of months. Because it's tough, especially if you're just starting to make money in comedy.
And people are putting their Venmos out there and everything already.
Mike, would you like to answer that question that Paul posed?
Yeah, I think they're trying to recreate all the cruise ship work that they lost. How was your set? It was a little choppy,
Oh, is that
I'm sorry,
you?
are we having a serious discussion about this? Or...
No, we're not. No, is that you? No.
What me? No.
Oh, that's Voss's fucking extra loud old person ringer.
Roland just went on FaceTime. I can't talk now.
Oh God, this is like having my grandmother.
Is it time for Voss to take his medication?
You have one of those, Voss.
Yeah, I have those, and I might have showed you before. I have three thermometers in my room. I lent one to my wife.
Why are you like a quarantine sheet behind you?
Where? No.
What is that? Oh, that's just sneakers?
Oh, that's
Those
your
are
Jordan
sneakers.
ones.
Can I say something? It is weird seeing all these Zoom videos with famous people and all you guys too, because but famous people I thought would have nicer places. They all have just regular fucking joints. Some of them suck. Like, I'm just like, is that your fucking house? Really? That my place is better than that, you know?
Unless that's a PR move to make them more relatable.
Well, also too,
Yeah,
when
they're
you,
probably staying in the help shed.
when you have a house up in Beverly Hills or somewhere up there, a small house, it's still costing you $5 or $6 million. In LA where they're located. Our house, my house, whatever, in LA would be worth $3 million.
Right. And it's made of shoes. So
Yes.
that's a plus.
Sometimes you just forget Vecchionne's doing this with us, but then he
Why?
comes up with a killer bit like that.
Somebody has to punch it up, Rich. Otherwise,
Yeah.
we'll be hearing about the real estate market in the hills right now.
I was listening to Vecchionne on Sirius the other day. So funny. Just punchline after punchline.
This is his MO. Your MO makes me infuriate me because you get hit, then you compliment, but you're buying time to smash Vecchionne's square head. I know what you're doing.
No,
It's coming.
it really was funny. I mean, you don't remember a word of what he said, but
There
it was
it is.
really
There
funny.
it is.
No, it was funny.
I mean, I don't mind the comics doing the stand up, and I saw but there is a temptation for me at least, to like do stand up. You know what I mean? Like if there was a place like the what is it? The comic strip is putting that thing out where only headliners, I don't know how only headliners can go and work bits out
I thought they were doing an open mic thing there too.
during the day or something.
What, when it's empty?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if it's a bunch
No,
of comics.
it's got to be like less than 5 or less people going in there to do that. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how they're doing it. 5 or less people.
That's
probably how it's just 5 people.
But it kind of gets me itchy a little bit. Like
That's
if the Cellar was like, look, we're gonna do a show with 10 comics and that's it, I'd probably go and do it just to do stand up. I mean, I haven't done stand up in weeks.
I do it. That's different than doing it on online though. That's different than
doing it online. You're talking into a camera, basically, right? Like what we're doing now. It's like it doesn't recreate what the experience really is.
And also, people are doing it online and then giving out their Venmos to try to get like donations.
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah,
Wow.
today
That's kind of rough.
Yeah, it is. I mean, how much can you make? Today we're calling our partners and we want to put our roast online for free, just so people can watch it.
Right.
The one we did a couple, because what are you gonna make? $150? You know what I mean?
Hey, no,
Yeah.
Are you counting your money?
Checking the market. That's all.
He's got $19,000 worth of guitars just lying down on the floor.
He's got Les Paul in his other room.
I like this. This has become the thing now. Like I'm the rich guy.
No, that's actually a fact. That's not I don't know what you're talking about. You're in a mansion 5 houses down from me. Listen, how do you feel about comedy clubs opening up and doing these things?
They're not allowed to now.
Some of them are still doing it. I got an email today from one of them
In New York?
in New York City.
Yeah, but they're not opening to the public.
Yeah, they're not opening to the public. I think
Yeah,
that's
but who
illegal.
wants to do that? Like, you're gonna really leave your house to go stand on a stage in an empty room? And like, who are they targeting?
Well, there are other comics, so it'd be like all of us going down to the VU and working out jokes.
But how many people are allowed in there? Aren't like you only allowed to have like
I think
3
it's
people?
10 people, right? No,
I don't know. It just seems like a dumb thing to do.
That's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
This is just as good in a way.
Right.
And it probably is not legal. And if somebody writes about it, like Seth Simons or one of those guys, it's going to be bad press for the club as well, I think.
yeah.
Seth Simon.
He writes the stuff about the clubs.
Yeah.
He's actually a right guy, but that's the kind of thing he would write about.
Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be weird. And now, but Mike Vecchionne, I mean,
Yeah.
I write on stage a lot of my stuff. I'll have a thing and I'll talk
Yeah.
about it. Something will happen. I'll go on stage and I'll kind of do it there and then take it off and listen to it and then add words and take stuff out. But you can write a fucking joke sitting right there and just go do it.
Yeah, I'll take a video of it, and then that's how I do for the show. Take a video of it, and then make the corrections, and then just keep doing videos of it till it's punched all the way up. But I still need an audience to go try it in front of. Because parts might not work, the whole thing might be garbage. You know, it just depends. But I ultimately need a crowd.
Can we see some of those videos?
I'm posting them all online now at this point.
Yeah.
With everything's a Hail Mary at this point, Bobby. Okay.
It really is, isn't it? Fucking
No.
I saw Steve Byrne posting his old TV show that was on TBS. I swear to God, he's showing the whole thing on Instagram. He's doing viewing parties of a show that was canceled.
Well, maybe people will watch it now. Bobby, do you, like when I do a new bit, which is very seldom, I don't write the whole, do you write? I don't write the whole bit out. I'll just put like 3 words on my phone, go on stage, get it right. And then that's the bit.
No, I do the same thing. I just write one word, 2 words. What, like snow tubing,
I can't do that.
Snow tubing thing. I just write snow tubing and then I go and tell the story, get the thing. Oh, that worked. And then I'll start adding, I'll change words and then add stuff to it. And then if it worked, I'll keep it. It's a weird memory thing too. Like I can't remember what my fucking wife said to me when you go to the store and get this, and I got to call her 5 times.
It was kill yourself.
But you remember, Bobby, I think it is like you remember how it feels.
Yeah.
And here's what the fucked up thing is. I remember the laughs, the tempo of the laughs. There's something musical about comedy because I remember where that laugh, this size laugh, at that. I've actually not done punchlines on TV because they laugh too big at the setup. And I was like, oh, my brain was like, oh, you're done. Move on. Do the next joke. Cause that's the punchline laugh.
Well, I see. I guarantee Mike, hold on. I guarantee Mike, I feel horrible about this because Bonnie's different. I haven't written any new bits and I've been home for almost 2 weeks now because I just want going to sit down and just Mike can do that. I guarantee Mike has written about 15 new minutes in the last 2 weeks. And it's just something,
we could do that too, but you're more of it has to happen to you.
Yeah, that's true. I try to be personal, but also too, when we did Tough Crowd, if they sent us topics, it's easier to write about those topics, what we used to do. What topic am I going to get? Coronavirus? Everybody's going to come out with that.
Oh, that coronavirus, everybody's going to have that shit.
Yeah, it's going to be.
Somebody's going to be able to do an hour on this.
Yeah.
Are they going to do a Corona hour?
Corona hour from their closet, I would say. and instead of laughs, it's just coughs. How about that?
Do you guys, let me ask you, do you guys record every set you do, even a club set, or just the long ones when you headline?
Only long ones.
Yeah,
long ones only if I'm making a new album or CD, I'll record it. But it's so hard to even go back and listen to it.
Yeah, how often do you guys listen to it? I record them all, but I don't listen. It's when you're doing a lot of spots, it's hard to go back and listen to it.
Unless you're working on an hour, that you want to record or have a special, I'll listen to that. But if I go in to just do a 15-minute spot and something that I did, but it sucks when you go home and you forget that thing that you said that was a pop. And you're like, if I'm going to tape the long ones, I might as well tape all of them.
Once in a while, if I'm having sex, I'll listen to it to get my mind off of who I'm banging in the other room. I don't want to say
Rich,
her
how
name.
paranoid?
That's funny because she listens to somebody else when she's banging you.
How paranoid am I?
How paranoid are you with the Corona thing? How many times have you taken your temperature test?
At least today so far 5 times, 6 times.
I actually had a fever and I freaked the fuck out, dude. I had a fever and I had a cough for days, and I'm starting to feel better now. But I was just, yeah, it's like
Might have
I'm
had
not
it.
sick. What's that?
You might have had it.
They're saying that a lot of people either had it and it went away, or people have it now. But I was definitely kind of down for the count for days, and a fever, and then starting to feel better. But I'm not gonna go when they're like, hey, the hospitals are filling up with old people and shit. I'm not gonna go if I'm not dying. So
Yeah.
just ride it out, you know. But it's kind of scary, man. 'Cause
Well, it's everything.
Scary,
It's everything from a cough to people
Yeah.
are literally dropping dead 2 days after getting it. Like it's
Well, this disease loves Italians, so we got to be extra careful.
Really? Is it? I took my wife to. I might have said this on the last podcast. I don't remember when it happened, Dave. But I had to take my wife to one of those emergency, places. And you walk in and people are dying, and she had a tick embedded in her with a big mark, and the doctor had to dig it out. It was pretty gross, and that was,
I think I might have a tick in my inner leg, but I can't see it because I'm too chubby, and I'm too embarrassed to have my wife look at that part of my body.
what does a tick have to do with the fucking coronavirus?
I don't know. He just brought up a tick, so I was kind
I'm
of
saying we had to go into one of those places where
Right.
everybody's in there dying, and she walks in with a tick. I'm just saying, life
Yeah.
on.
Was it
I don't know.
packed? Was it like overflowing packed or no?
No. I mean, there were two people laying on the floor, but those, it wasn't that packed. I guess people like don't. I guess some people are scared and don't want to know, too.
yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
they just want to pass it on to everybody.
No,
Good thought.
I didn't say me. I said some people.
hey, Mike Vecchionne,
Yeah.
has Dan just left you high and dry during
Yeah,
it?
he's out.
He just fucking left you.
He just rolled.
What a piece of shit.
Where
son.
is he? Was he in the West Coast?
No, he's with this girl.
He with this girl,
Yeah, she's
but I
in
brought
some-
my girl over. I brought my girl's here now,
so
so
your
it worked
girl-
out pretty well.
All right, so is that it? Is he moving out? Is it done?
No, it's not done. He's just living there. I mean, I'm wearing all of his clothes, of course, around the apartment, so I can feel, like I'm on a show. But
Right.
but no, he's he's in New Jersey now.
The fuck is this?
Bobby, have
Yeah.
you gone? Has anybody gone? Like, I have to go to the grocery market every now and then.
I
you
went
just said-
today.
I
Yeah.
went 3 times. Yeah.
That's my
Hey, boss,
highlight.
you got to either call it the grocery store or the market. It's not called the grocery market. Okay.
Okay. Write a bit about it.
I think he just did. I like it. Whatever bit is going to
I
be.
don't
I
know.
love the
This is in
premise.
1972. We can go to the grocery market.
You ever have people who are stuck in between time, the 50s and the 80s and the 90s? They call things two things.
Yeah.
The sidecar subway. What?
Pizza parlor.
Yeah.
I'm going to the barber shop. If you go to the supermarket, you don't feel as bad. But the second you walk into Walmart, you feel just a little dirtier. You feel like you have a better chance of catching it at Walmart.
Walmart
That
is
happens
fucking
even
great.
without corona.
I know.
Walmart is sending people everything they need. You go to
Yeah,
the Walmart app right now has toilet paper. You can get all kinds of food, and they deliver it free next day. $30. So Walmart's kicking ass, man.
I know. They had toilet paper last night.
You don't like Walmart because of what? Because it's a big business, and Bonnie told you not to like them.
I love. Are you kidding me? I love Walmart. Are you crazy?
You should work at Walmart when it opens back up.
Be a greeter.
Yeah. Show you some tick remover.
So what's the projection on this? The projection on this is 2 months, or is it? I've heard estimations of 9 months.
Oh, open it
Did
back
anybody
up
hear 9
Sunday.
months?
Sunday we're opening back up. Easter. Yeah, we're doing a big Easter egg hunt down in the park.
I don't think until I think at least
And guys,
June, right?
if you guys want to know, Noam is our funny barometer. If you say something really funny, he smiles. If not, he just sits there and fucking stares at us.
I'm just exhausted. I'm just exhausted. I don't know.
Buddy, you don't have to be. If you don't want, I feel bad. Are you having a good time? You look a little sad.
I'm happy to be with you guys.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. And now you're, as a club owner, are you panicking? Are we going to be okay? Tell us, give us hope. As one of the top club owners in the world, give us some hope right now.
Oh, really? No.
All right, guys, let's start applying for jobs.
Oh God.
Like define okay. I don't know. I don't know. It's gonna be tough for a few months, you know.
Ugh.
We'll be back. We'll be back.
I was wondering how the road clubs, like, are they going to use like the top $25,000 acts? Are they going to use the $800 acts?
Well, I
Like,
can
what?
tell you right now,
What? Who's that, Bob?
all
Go ahead.
all my stuff got rescheduled. All my club work first. We were trying to reschedule the theater tour, the Creeps with Kids tour, but that's harder because bands and all this other stuff, everything got wiped out. So all that goes back first, and we got to kind of fight for these spots. So that that whole tour was a thing that they built, and they found weekends and the whole routing and all that shit for us that got wiped out. So they got to rebuild it, but they can't route it cool anymore. So it's some of the stuff's going to happen next year, the year after on Creeps with Kids. We're going to have to rebuild from scratch. But my touring, they're just giving me dates as soon as they think they'll be opened up. I kept one date in, I think it's Memorial Day weekend. I still have in Florida. They didn't cancel yet.
The middle of the country might open up for like headlining clubs before New York does.
Yeah, you'll be working a lot of those clubs. Florida is going to open up. I think they're going to, a lot of those. New York is going to be shut down for a minute.
Are you going to be able to fly? Can you still fly now?
You can
Yeah.
fly.
Yeah, I looked at flights
Yeah.
today. A round trip from New York to Los Angeles next week is 138.
Round trip?
Round trip from LA from JFK to LAX is 138.
And as soon as they can, they're going to fuck us right in the ass again.
I know. I'm at
When
the
you-
Rio at the end of May.
No, you're not.
Why, you don't think it's gonna? You don't think
No
it's gonna
way.
open?
No way.
No,
that
just
happens,
look at
dude.
Noam's
They
face.
they said through May is done. So they're thinking, I think they're saying like earliest June, and that's a miracle.
I'm worried that the Rio won't reopen. I don't know what's gonna happen. I hope
We
they
talked about this last night that the Rio might
will.
not.
I just want to be very clear. I don't have any information. I don't want to like say anybody to write about it. I just know that the Rio was recently sold, and there's a outside real estate company that owns it, and I could see that they might not. I mean, it's possible to me that they wouldn't reopen. I don't know.
Are they Chinese, the real estate company?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Why?
I was just wondering. This might be.
Do you
all right.
guys think when everything opens back up, you think people are going to be dying to go out, or do you think they'll slowly build back up?
I think people with money are dying to get out. So I think it's also going to take a hit too. I think it's both, but I don't think the masses right away. I don't think, and I also
No.
think I think also right away, people are still afraid that the virus is out there.
Young people are going to get out.
So
there.
this has been my experience in previous downturns. People afraid to go out. I'm not going to comment on that. We'll have to see. But when people have less money, they don't stay home. They just start going to less expensive places. So the places that really get hit are fancy restaurants, expensive clubs, whatever it is. But places like the Comedy Cellar and when I used to have the Cafe Wall, we never really felt a downturn during a recession. Sometimes it even felt like it would get busier because people would substitute a comedy club for something that was twice as expensive that they
I
might-
think isn't that what kind of happened with comedy though back in the recession 2008 is that people were looking for something to do that was a little cheaper and fun, and all of a sudden the Comedy Cellar, this was the place to go, right?
Yeah, I think that's the case. I'm not really worried about an economic downturn. I am worried about people being afraid to get into a basement, shoulder to shoulder.
I don't think people are going to be
Yeah.
scared.
I think once they give the all clear, it's going to be mobbed.
Yeah.
They're going to give the all clear. Once they give the all clear, then it'll be mobbed.
And once they understand that, a lot of people already had it, and it's a flu. I get it. It's not the flu. It's worse than the flu in some cases, but I think we're going to get over it. And once they get the vaccination and they get some type of pill that works, and they figure all that out, and the testing is done, it's gonna be like the flu. We're gonna move on.
So you don't
By the way,
think,
Vecchionne, Mike,
Yeah.
for a pandemic quarantine, you look really fucking groomed. Did you just get a haircut?
Yeah, I got a haircut. Thanks for noticing. And
No,
fuck
you
the
look-
rest of you guys for not noticing on that note. Okay?
I did.
Yeah,
I
but
just,
like
You
everybody
just
else
stepped
got a-
up. You're
looks like
gonna make
shit,
my
like they
MySpace top 8 now.
Hey, do you guys think that somebody said that they think that this is going to make the political correctness and like the far left shit go away a little bit when this is over? Because people are going to give a shit less because they just want to be out there. What do you guys think about that?
oh,
That makes sense.
Well, why?
That
would
was
they
me.
give
I
a
haven't
shit
heard
less?
anything about political correctness and all this now. People are just
Yes.
like
That's what he's
starved for the
saying.
information.
yeah.
No,
people-
that's my point. I'm saying
That's
that when this is over 2-3 months from now, and instead of everybody looking and picking something to be upset about, even when a show is great or a comic is great or whatever, and they pick something out and they were like, oh, but he said this group is offended. Do you think that after this is all done and
Yeah.
people finally get back to life, that's going to be like, you know what, in the grand scheme of things, that's not really that shouldn't be important. And let's just enjoy what this comic says, even if we don't agree with it as much? Or do you think it'll just be the same bullshit?
This is what I think. I think it's like, a couple that gets divorced or something or breaks up, and then they get back together, and for 2 weeks, they don't remember what they ever hated about each other. And then 2 weeks later, they get a divorce again. It's like you're right back to where you are. You just fall right back into
Oh, that's why I divorced this
grace
asshole.
period where you kind of nice, and no, I don't think there's any lasting changes here. But that's my opinion. I don't know.
Now, most importantly, Mike Vecchionne, what are you doing for that chest workout?
Dude, I went through a whole thing today. I have this small room, the closet where Soder used to sleep, back in the dark times. And I put a yoga mat out there, and I put a heater, a space heater, and I do yoga in the room.
To hot yoga?
Yeah, hot yoga in the room. I do my own, because you could find online hot yoga. So I just do the thing in the room with the heater on, so the heat's
What?
up. Yeah.
What would
Wait,
we have
Robert,
done if
Robert, I'm just afraid that Paul has something he wanted to say about that, because he asked a question, maybe he had a thought on it.
What, with the
I'm sorry,
political
no, we're on to
correctness?
my workout routine now. This is all
And-
irrelevant.
And also, nobody followed up. You actually went out and got a haircut?
No, I cut my own hair.
Oh, okay. go
I
ahead.
live a self-sustaining life here now.
yeah, he was just making a joke.
Okay.
We all picked up on it.
I thought he was serious. So you
Well-
think political correctness is going to take a hibernation?
I think for a bit, I think the scarier this gets, and I think the more people see and know of somebody that either knows somebody that passed away from this, or all of these horrible things happening. And I think people are already getting cabin fever and stir crazy in a week or two. And we're going to be inside for at least another, I think when people get out, there is going to be, you could be right. It could be a grace period. It could be a thing where it's a couple of weeks, but I think people are going to be so excited. What kind of an asshole do you have to be so excited back at a club, and then you see a comedian right away say something you don't like and you're back to complaining? I think it will ease off and hopefully maybe put things into perspective.
Maybe you're right. I hope so.
I don't think so. I think they're attacking every day, trying to trigger dumb Trump with Chinese. It's like, why do you keep? I mean, the majority of us don't give a fuck. It's like, who cares what he says? We know he's an idiot. Just tell me how not to get this thing, and tell me how to survive this horse shit, and how you're going to give me some money and breaks. You know what I mean? So
we don't have to do. I mean, taxes don't have to be until July now, July 15th. But you're still going to have to pay, I'm sure, what you owe. No one's going to get away with not paying.
Is New York City giving checks to people?
They're going to do, they
Not from the
changed
federal government?
unemployment. They have independent contractor unemployment now. So comics will be able to get like up to $600 a week.
Get out of here.
when?
Where?
That's part of that bill. They just passed it. So it probably won't be, it has to get, I guess, passed by both houses. So. But it's part of
That's
that
federal
whole
money,
package.
though, right? Is
What?
that federal money, John? That's
That's
federal
federal,
money,
yeah,
right?
yeah. Oh, as far as the city goes, I don't know, but yeah, that's federal, yeah.
That's
And they're
great.
giving
I
a
didn't know
3-month
that.
mortgage.
What's that? What about the mortgage? I just
They're-
paid May.
They're giving they're giving aren't they giving for certain income, they're going to do a 90-day mortgage like relief or something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
There's
I try to
people-
go ahead.
there's there's state politicians trying to get a rent forgiveness or a rent postponement for like in the city, but it's not happening.
I just paid April and May mortgage, and I try to get a hold of who's holding my mortgage to see if I don't have to pay for a while. And you got to go through a song and a dance online. You can't get anybody on the phone. Everything you have to do online, and
Yeah.
it's
Why
almost
did you pay
impossible.
May? Why did you pay?
Because I got the bill in. Look, eventually I'm going to have to pay it anyhow. And
Yeah,
so it doesn't matter. I got the bill because I got the bill. I have a new house, and until I find out that I don't have to pay, then I won't. But
yeah,
I
but now
didn't-
you've already paid May. They could tell you April 15th you don't have to pay May, and you're shit out of luck. You already paid it.
okay, so I'm out 2,000. A couple nights I don't play online slots. Big deal. I'll get my money back.
Is that how much you fucking lose on?
No,
online
I don't. No, I'm just kidding. It was a joke.
Are you
dummy.
gambling during this?
No.
Are you lying?
Okay, I licked
50
a couple.
bucks, Rich.
I licked a couple elevator buttons. That's my
Yeah.
gamble. Oh boy, thank God you have me for comic relief. Listen, here's the bottom line. Hobby.
What's the bottom line?
Here's the
for us,
bottom
Rich?
line.
What's the bottom line?
All I care about is when are they going to open these fucking golf courses again? Because I'm losing. I went and bought a fishing pole yesterday, got a fishing license, and I'm going to have to start fishing now to kill time. What come April 11th when you can go trout fishing?
Yeah.
I'll start.
What are you guys doing to besides to fill your time? You know, because you don't have a
I got two,
kids.
you know, yeah, I got two little ones, and my wife is now working from home, and she's sometimes on these calls, and so I'm just kind of with them. And you know, again, honestly, I haven't been feeling well, so just kind of resting, trying to. I got scared, dude. I had a little fucking coronavirus scare, and then I called my doctor's office, and all the doctors are out because I think all the doctors got it. So
Gee.
and everybody's getting this fucking thing, and so I think people are like laying low. But I'm, you know, when I got a fever, I worried about it, so I was
You know-
kind of in a panic.
I watched that Tiger King show on Netflix.
Everybody.
No, I watched that.
That thing is awesome.
Here, you could see, let me see if I can pull this up and let you guys see what I do a little bit. Let's see if you can see this on here. Let's
Oh, this is still.
downstairs at the archery range. My daughter's recording. Can you see this? This is safe.
You can actually see what we're seeing on your screen.
Oh.
I can't see it.
You
What are you preparing for the Hunger Games?
I,
Wait, was that a bow and arrow?
yeah, I have archery. I have a big basement, so I could do. I have a real nice, pretty nice gymnasium down there.
Rich,
Wait.
they
a
make dartboards.
gymnasium?
Gymnasium.
Yeah.
What's a gymnasium?
Another old timey word.
Well, what
Hey.
are the odds that Bobby asked what a gymnasium is?
Oh,
It's the good one, Noam.
you might, Harry Anton sent me some statistics here. The people who are dying in New York, they're pretty encouraging. I mean, depending on which side you are, of the people who died,
Depending on what side.
yeah. Well, what I'm about to say, 95%, they're overwhelmingly old. The average age is like 70 or higher, and 95%, and that includes even the people in their 70s. 95% had underlying illnesses. 95.
That's why I wasn't like freaking out or panicking. But they said that they didn't even report that in Italy, the first group of Italy that passed away, rest their souls, were 90-something% were 79 and older.
Yeah, the average age of death in Italy is 79 and a half. That's
Wow.
average. So it's
Shit.
very, very high. And if you're curious, the underlying diseases include diabetes, lung disease, cancer, immunodeficiency, heart disease, hypertension, asthma, kidney disease, GI, liver disease. So those
So
are
you're saying these people are going to die anyway pretty soon.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm saying what?
Yeah, but see, Paul doesn't know if he has liver or kidney or a lot of those diseases.
no, yes, you know, Rich, me and you do because we're at the doctor
Yes.
every 3 months.
That's true. I just did a physical.
Yeah, no, I made sure that like I was asking all kinds of questions and shit, but I guess young people can get through it if they don't have anything. Some people that have it are like, I barely even knew it. And then like Mike was saying before, some people are just bedridden and fucked up from it. So it's just dependent on your immune system, I guess.
I have this feeling like if I get it, I'm gonna die. I don't know why. I guess that's just in my head.
Yeah,
But how is it
you
different
should
from the
get it.
flu? How is it different from the flu? It attacks your lungs. It attacks your respiratory system, whereas
Yeah.
the flu doesn't. Or
And
how does
there's
that
more
More
work?
vaccines.
severely, it attacks your lungs more severely. It causes what do you call it, fibrosis, like scar tissue, and it might. And also, they don't know. It might even if you get it, it might leave you with damaged lungs. That's
Oh.
not clear yet either. That's not good.
I
It's
realized through this whole thing that all my friends, Colin, Norton, Keith, even you, Rich, have been social distancing my whole friendship with you.
What are you talking about?
I've never been, I don't know where Keith lives. I've never been to Colin's apartment. I've been to your apartment once.
It's a house.
Norton, now it is.
It's not a
I went to
apartment.
Norton's place one time this year. He lived in my building. I never went to his apartment. I mean, this for some people, this is a no-brainer.
No one likes you. That's the no-brainer. I was gonna
There's got to
call-
be some famous comics though right now that are getting a real dose of, oh, nobody likes me. I have nothing to offer anybody, and nobody has called me.
That's so funny and true.
It's true. There's some famous comics right now getting a nice hot one, realizing, oh, go fuck yourself. You're just me right now.
That's what I love about this. Nobody can really pass me now. So I'm at a level plane.
It's already done.
Thank you.
You know, it is weird seeing like these millionaire and billionaires walking in the streets just alone, talking to their phone. And it's just like, it's the same shit. It's just the same shit.
I talked to Patrice's mom today, and she actually brought up the conspiracy theories are going to be amazing after this too. YouTube is going to be awesome. The videos they're going to make about why this happened, all that shit's going to be great. But she said it's the Chinese government made this happen because of the sanctions and all the stuff that Trump did to China. And now they're like, okay, motherfucker, China was hurting, US was killing it. And they were like, whatever. And they released this on the world to take us out.
Yeah, but they would have they take their own people out first.
Yeah.
Why would they release it right in China?
Because they have enough people to almost kind of cover it up or do whatever, collateral damage to them is nothing with all the people over there. So that's not,
The weird thing is there's no corona cults going on, like that are purposely giving it to people or like freaking out or purposely getting it and dying together. Like hail Bob.
There's another conspiracy theory that it's a population control thing because it's not attacking young people and that it's attacking old people. So get those old people out because the numbers keep going up. And it's like, there's going to be documentaries on all of it, but the thing is we just don't know. And we just got to fucking get through it. Nobody knows,
It really
No,
does.
that stuff's not true. We know that's not. You don't believe those conspiracy theories could be true.
I don't think so.
Of course not. Of course not. You think Patrice's mother has the inside track on the Chinese?
In every science fiction movie, there's a guy like you going, do you think Patrice's mama? And literally there's some guy going, the old black lady knows. She's on.
Go on. It's extraterrestrials, right, Sean?
Yeah, it's UFOs.
He believes in UFOs.
Yeah,
Do
exactly.
you really believe that UFOs? Now, why wouldn't they come down and help us right now? Why wouldn't they be like, look?
Why would they though?
How would they help us right now? They don't know what's
I don't
going
know. They got to have
And
some
why the fuck?
fancy
They're probably-
sterilizer.
If you were up there, you'd help us, or you'd look down and be like, "Oh, fuck that." You wouldn't
Well, there's
come
also
down.
a theory now, like that the reason they don't come down anyway is because They're just observing. Why you wouldn't go and say hello to an anthill? So it's kind of the same.
I've done that. I've said hello to ants.
Robert will talk to anybody right now.
I got nobody. I don't even know where Colin Quinn lives.
He really doesn't call you? Colin doesn't call you?
I talk to him every day for 20 years. I mean, literally almost every day we talk. And I said to him today, I go, this is your element. You've been social distancing. I go, I've never been to your house. And he just started laughing. He goes, yeah, I like it. I like that. Like he's never had any of us over.
What about, maybe I shouldn't say, what about Louis? You hear from Louis? Or you
I
can't
don't-
talk about that?
Why not? Absolutely. No,
I
I haven't called him, but I know that he has a place up in West. He bought a lot of land up here. So he might be up here. But I mean, he's got a couple places to go and he's got girls. So I know he's probably protecting his family right now. He's very protective of his girls. So I do have to call him though. I haven't called a lot of people that I'm supposed to call.
I also think people are trying to stay home and figure out, make sure they're taking care of themselves. You never know if somebody, a lot of people, I think a lot of us are sick, man.
Yeah, my breathing, I've been breathing really heavy, but I have anxiety too. So my anxiety, I don't know if it's anxiety or the virus.
You have fever?
Not at all.
That's unlikely.
No. You could have no symptoms and still have it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Thank you.
And it could stay in your system for 14 days before it even comes out. So it's like, I think people are freaked out. You know, you just got to fucking stay calm and relax. Take
I
care of
quit
yourself.
smoking cigars. I stopped smoking.
Oh, I did too.
that's
Yeah, I did
great,
too.
dude. That's really something. That's great.
Yeah, I was smoking.
Yeah, talk to me in July.
I got so many cigars too. It's killing me. But I was like, I'm just gonna lay off these things for a while. Cause if I get it and I'm I'll fucking, that will fuck me up. Even though you don't inhale, you know?
No, but if if you're smoking and not in shape, it's not good.
What are you saying?
Yeah.
What?
What are you saying?
I'm saying if you're
No,
smoking,
I know what you're
Saying
saying.
you're
bad, and if you're not in good shape and you smoke, it's double bad. Oh, I'm supposed to pretend you're a fucking Adonis? Give me a break. You know what I'm saying?
I lost 30 pounds, Paul.
You look great. I told you that.
Apparently, John, do you remember when you used to host and our bellies would bump?
Yes.
When remember we had to do a little, we have to do it when Sean's hosting and I'm going on, we would have to dock belly buttons, turn, and then he would separate because at the cellar, because one night I almost pushed him into the crowd with when our stomachs hit, there's the force, the physics is too much for both of us to be on stage.
We'll fall right onto the people in the front row.
Yeah, so when we go on stage, we actually meet. We would walk. Hey, what's up? We'd meet, turn,
Yeah.
and then release. And
It was like two planes that were docking for fuel.
So I asked this last night. If the club were to open tomorrow night, who would go perform and who wouldn't?
I would.
I would not.
I would not.
Why wouldn't you?
What? You would or you wouldn't?
I would not. I would not. It's too much
Why
risk.
the fuck? Why would you? I see that makes. I'm not trying to be a dick, but that makes no sense to me, dude. When you see the numbers double and tripling every 24 hours, and you're gonna go and fucking tell jokes, and if you're carrying it, and some dumb old asshole is in there, you're gonna kill somebody's grandfather, so you could tell the fucking dick joke you thought about at 2
Why
o'clock.
is it gotta be a dick joke, you fucking cunt?
I didn't
Wait,
mean it
dude.
like that. You know what I'm saying?
Why can't it be a fucking? Ooh, sorry.
Noam,
Max.
hey, Noam,
Now you got me
Noam,
swearing in front of my kid, you son of a bitch.
Noam, do I get the middle show or is it the late show? You know, listen,
It depends on the spot. Yeah, I'm not
Yeah,
following.
I'm not,
I'm not following Jessica Kirshen, but I'll
Yeah.
go Norton spot.
and I'm not driving in to do a 12:55. I'm putting my foot down.
Yeah, yeah.
And Paul, but if you had it, if you really knew you had it, then you might perform, right?
If I knew what I went through the last 8-9 days was it, and I beat it, and I had an immunity to it, then I would do it. Yeah.
And what do you need to? What kind of odds do you need? What do you need the climate to be before you be like, okay, now I can go? Because it's never going to be zero, or at least you're going to have to perform before it's zero.
That's a good question. I would say after I was told that, like, so if they say 14 days, let's say I stayed in my house and I'd stayed the 14 days and I felt sick, then I got better, I would stay in for another 14 days. So I would do 30 days. So 14 days after they said it's all clear, then I'll go. Then I would go.
Yeah, but they're never going to say it's all clear.
Yeah, but Virzi, if tomorrow Noam said, well, look, we're opening back up, I would assume that the governor was like, it's good. You can open back up. It's
Right.
safe. I'm not going in just because Noam says, hey, we're opening back up. I'm assuming that the governor was like, yeah, we're okay. You can open back up. You can have this many people. And I would go in as
Well, I'll
long
give
as,
you, all right. So,
as long as it's all right. I'm not going to go back in and do a secret sneaky show. And
Hey,
keep-
no, I'll
so-
do it without the governor. I just want you to know that I'll do it.
so how about this though? Trump said that he wants to open things up by Easter. Okay. And he wants people to get back to work by Easter. Right. That's what he said. So based on that, I would, let's just say that was what comedy clubs are doing. So let's just say Trump was like, I want people to get back to work. The economy needs to get better. And that includes restaurants and nightclubs and comedy clubs.
Right.
I'm not going to do shows in fucking Easter just because the president said it or any fucking governor said it, especially when I seen what the numbers are. And they said that this thing's got another 30 days before it reaches its peak. I hope they're wrong, but it's like, I don't want to take that chance.
No, you go with what the doctors say.
Come here.
I mean, the doctors and the politicians should be working together, but ultimately it's up to the healthcare professionals.
Voss, are you
I
talking
like
to
these-
Bonnie?
Huh?
Oh, sorry.
I like the Indian scientist from Harvard. That guy made me feel good.
What did he say?
He said, good joke.
He
Good
said,
say.
yeah, he said that it's going to get bad for a little bit, but there is a light at the end of the tunnel if everybody just listens. The problem is, like, China did a shutdown before. We need to shut it down for real. And like, there's no consequences if you go out. So these dickhead spring breakers, they didn't have a consequence. They're just like, fuck it. They're doing shots. They're trying to get laid. And they don't realize that they could probably spread it to some older people that are now need an emergency bed. So I think that what this guy said is if people actually listen and they do exactly what needs to be done, things are going to get, but I still think some states don't have that yet. Is that correct? I heard Colorado was just yesterday with the shutdown. So people are still out, which is ridiculous.
Oh,
It's,
you're going to go out to get food. You got to go get food.
No, that's okay. Like shit like that, like picking up groceries, or they got the restaurants do the roadside pickup, all that. Talking about, there are people that are still like looking for shit to do.
But why would you eat out of a restaurant? How do you know who's cooking your food? Or
Because people are trying to support local businesses.
No, I
while they're
know.
open. And look, you have to go back to it. It's the fucking flu. Wash your hands, get the delivery box, wipe it down, wash your hands, and eat the food.
But how do you know it's not in the food? I'm just saying. I'm not saying
No,
don't.
And no, I mean, nothing's for certain.
No, if
Food's
it's
cooked.
if you first of all, if it's cooked food, then the
Yeah.
virus is gonna die. Number one. Number two, I've read that if you ingest it through your mouth, you don't catch it. Your
You
stomach.
can't get it. That's right. That's exactly right. They're saying you can't get it through food.
Oh,
If you get through the food, it would be a 10 times worse disaster.
Yes.
It's like AIDS and semen, Rich.
oh, fuck. Now I got two things.
All right,
You
listen.
have to get it the right way, otherwise.
That was a good one. That was a good. All right. Well, listen. We all have things that we're doing. I mean, are you doing anything, Mike Vecchionne? Sean, are you guys
No,
doing anything?
it's gonna sound corny, but I'm just trying to stay disciplined, like on some kind of a schedule. Because if not, then I'll fall off mentally. So it's like,
Yeah.
get a workout in alone, journal, meditate, do stuff like this in order to stay grounded. But I'm not coming up with new material. I'm just like journaling, and then when it's time to go up, I'll have it hopefully, and then be able to work some stuff out.
I think that's really smart. You know, there's some of these old prison movies where the guy in prison or a solitary confinement, he tries to be really disciplined and does this in the morning and this in the afternoon. I kind of been thinking about that because you can just fade into timelessness and you just do nothing for a month.
Well, what's his name compared it to prison? What's that podcaster from Los Angeles?
Rogan.
No, the other one.
Mark Maron?
No, the one that was on the show with Jimmy Kimmel.
Oh, Adam Carolla?
Adam Carolla compared it to prison. He said you either do the time or you let the time do you. Right now, go in, do what you got to do your workout, eat your food, read your
That's a
book.
little much, though. I mean,
Well,
let's
it's
be
true
honest.
because you're locked in your fucking house. You can't go
Yeah, but
out. You
dude,
can't do anything.
I mean, listen, dude. I mean, I'm not saying that everybody has this, but many people going through this have a yard. They got
Yeah.
PlayStation fucking 4.
Yeah,
They
yard
have
is in the
Amazon.
prison.
They have Hulu,
Yard is
they
like
have
the prison.
Netflix. What?
The yard is the prison yard.
No, because you can't do a garden in the prison yard or hit golf
Right.
balls in your backyard or play
Yeah, you
badminton.
You could have gardens in prison.
My
I
dad
beg
was
your
a guard.
pardon.
No, it's important. Like, Paul, you got kids, right?
I got 2. Yeah.
You're homeschooling, right?
Yes.
And at the, we're trying to, and I already see how hard it is. Like we say, okay, we're going to start 10 a.m. 10:30, they still haven't fucking started yet. You know, I'm waiting. I'm trying, and it's only 1 week into it.
Yeah.
And the whole thing falling apart.
No, my wife was like 9:30. You guys are getting on the computer, starting the homeschooling, doing all that stuff. But I do think it definitely is tedious and it's stir crazy, and you could get a little cabin fever. But Adam Carolla's saying it's like being in jail. I mean, it's a little much.
No, it's not. He didn't say it's like, he say it's, you should treat it like prison because it's,
Right.
you have to do your time. He's not saying that, Paul. He's saying you either do this, you do the time or it does you. That's saying,
You
which
gotta
is
control,
you
you gotta control your situation.
You got to like
just-
what you can
You
control your
just stay
situation.
busy. Just stay
Yeah.
busy.
Yeah, yeah.
I've
That's
been trying to
all.
learn how to juggle.
What's that?
I've been trying to learn how to juggle.
I hate people who juggle.
You
Don't
might
do
get
that.
more spots.
Fucking people who juggle, to me, they're fucking part of a cult and they're devil worshippers. Anybody who can fucking juggle is a crazy fucking person. Don't do that. Don't learn
I
that.
was listen, I work out every day. You know, I do what you do, stuff in the yard. You just keep busy. That's all.
Yeah.
You keep busy. And whatever. And you're right. All of us except Sean and Mike have kids, you know, and families in our house, you know. So luckily
I've been having a blast with my kid. Like
not me.
we've been having a, I mean, my wife has been, you know, we split up the homeschooling and there's a lot of computer stuff that I can do with him. But we've been having a fucking blast together.
When
And
you
he say, Yeah.
when you say homeschooling, like my daughter, her school, they have classes they're doing online.
Yeah, they
You know, in
send
the
it home,
morning.
right?
Yeah, they send
No,
all
well,
this
we-
stuff home.
yeah, we
Oh.
get all the stuff home. In the morning, Dawn will write out the things we have to do. And then she puts a schedule together and then I'll do this and this and this, and you do this with him and I'll take a break. But he gets breaks. This is the best part. And I wish schools did this, but he gets these breaks where he can just go do whatever the fuck he wants. And it motivates him when it's, all right, we got to go back. He's like, all right, let's go. I just fucking played Minecraft on my iPad for 20 minutes. I'll go back to work. I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? It's not like you can watch TV and just sit there and zone out, but he can go, you know, color or science or videos that have
You
to
know,
do with violence.
Yeah. You know what this is too, man? We're all selfish fucking assholes that always need to go out and get attention and do what we do. And it's true because we have that narcissism. And when you're a performer, you're that. And I think if you look at it like it's a good thing, man. Spend time with your family and do shit that we're not able to do. We're not able to do that. We're not able to say, no, I'm not going in all the time to the city. We can't take months off. So what I did was I go, listen, we get stir crazy when we're not on stage for 3-4 days. We all know as comedians what we do, but this is making you have to put that aside. Am I boring you, Bobby?
Boss is falling asleep.
My kid.
I'm listening.
What are you going to say? No. What are you saying?
Me?
Yeah. What are you saying? What is there? My kid smacked on the door. What do you want me to ignore him? You're talking about taking care of your family.
I didn't say it.
You take care of
He
your
said
family.
it. I didn't say
Enjoy
it.
your
Paul was
family.
falling
I'm
asleep.
trying to make sure he's not dead, Paul. Is that okay?
First of all, I didn't hear anything.
I'm
and
taking
going
your
to-
advice. That's what I'm
Okay.
doing. Max, are you okay? I'm sorry.
All right.
Paul
You know what?
Virzi's
You are.
self-esteem is fucked up. I didn't look at him while he was fucking talking, you friggin' wop.
If I did that, you would have done the same thing.
Sorry,
You know,
Vecchionne.
Bring
I didn't
Max
mean
in
to-
here. Bring Max in.
Max, come here, Max. Maximus. Sorry, you all right? Because Virzi, I didn't pay attention to him for half a second.
What?
Come here, say hi to Paul right there.
Hey, buddy. How are you, bud?
Show him your teeth. Show him your teeth that are coming in. Look at
I
that.
like it.
All right, put that away.
Max, what's it like being homeschooled? What are you doing?
Oh, wait, here you go, Max. Tom's talking to you.
What?
What's it like to be doing school at home?
It's so good.
Why?
I want to show you something. I have something that I need to show you.
Okay, go show. You can show. You really liking homeschool, right? Yeah, he really loves it. He really loves it because I think he's the thing of school where you have to go here, 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 and you have to listen, and there's the teachers, you know what I mean? This, he gets that moment of, let me just go do something else. You know what I mean? What do you got? Okay, go ahead. Show him that. He wants to show you the shirt. Are you guys still there? We lost Voss, huh? Let me see. He won. He got this today.
Cool.
Nice.
He got this from getting, how many stars did you get?
700,000 stars.
All right, beat it. Get out of here.
Nice.
A little generous with the stars there.
We didn't give 7. How many stars did you get?
700.
No, how many- First of all, that's not a number.
Gazillion.
Give me a kiss. I'll see you later. I'll be with you in a minute. We're wrapping this up right now, kid.
Good.
All right, listen, I gotta wrap this up.
Mom,
This has been a good one. Virzi,
Yeah.
Mike, Sean, we lost Voss, which is, you know, I hope is he okay, you think? Should we check on him? Listen, man, we're gonna be doing this a lot. So if you guys would love to come back and have you back in, is that cool, Virzi, Mike, Sean?
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
absolutely. It was a good time.
Absolutely, dude. I'll
I
do
was
this all
gonna-
the time. with
I'm
you.
glad to see you guys.
Anything
Yeah,
you
yeah,
want to
Yeah,
promote?
that's nice.
It's good to see you guys, man. It really is.
Good to see you guys, and I hope you guys stay safe and be well. All right.
You know what we should do, Mike? You should do a workout thing, right? We should all do one thing a day to help that we could you do workout. Virzi, you can do spending time with your family. Sean, you can do
Juggling.
I fucking don't juggle. Do not learn how to juggle. I won't talk to you again.
Sean, next time you do a podcast with Bobby, please come on the Zoom while juggling.
I'll hold up a crucifix to you.
While juggling.
Do you have anything you want to promote? You want people to go to?
Yeah, I'm going to be in sweatpants for the next 57 days.
I have sweatpants. I've never. This has been the most comfortable I've been in years.
Actually, I will promote this, especially on your podcast. You're from Boston. If it doesn't get canceled, and it figures this happens during this time, but my first theater gig ever in my career is going to be at the legendary Wilbur Theater, June 27th. And as of right now, it's not postponed and it's still on. And it's my first theater show. So I'm really excited to move up from Laugh Boston to that. So if you want, I don't know what it's going to be like then, but if tickets are available, get tickets. I'll be there June 27th, Saturday night.
Buy the tickets. If something does have to be changed, it will be rescheduled. So those tickets will be good. Virzi's coming to Boston. He's a killer. Make sure you go check him out. Vecchionne, you got anything?
My social media at Comic Mike V, and buy my album, The Worst Kind of Thoughtful, available on iTunes.
What do you got, Sean?
And I'm at Shawnee Time on Instagram and Twitter. And I'm still doing the podcast, Defend Your Movie with Andy Fiore.
Yeah, which is coming over to us. I
That's
can't
awesome.
wait. I love
Yeah.
that podcast. I can't wait. Can I be on it?
Of course you can.
When we come back, I want to be the first one in the studio to do it.
That'd be perfect. That's perfect.
All right, cool. Have you ever seen that? No, you should have Noam on too. Noam, you'd love this podcast.
What's about movies?
Yeah.
tell-
I like movies.
Yeah, we pit two movies against each other. We take a movie you love and put it up against another one.
I feel so bad for Noam. I really.
Why? Why feel
I
bad
know
for me?
You,
gotta
just- you look sad. You look like you're tired.
I am tired. I am sad. I am today. You go up and down. It's like it's a little daunting.
Yeah.
It's not jail like.
Yeah, it is. You do get mood swings during the day. That's what it is. That's why
Yeah.
keeping a schedule is kind of important.
Yeah. All right. Well, Noam, I hope you feel better. If you need me, I'm right down the street. I mean, call first and then stay at the end of the driveway. And
Too bad that the kids can't play together.
I know it stinks. We should just give it to them and make sure that they're all right, and then they'll be fine.
And once they have like a 3-hour test or a 45-minute test, whatever they have that's coming up, then we could all get it at the same time.
Yeah.
And we could all be cleared. then we could all socialize.
I'm gonna get a test from Dr. Steve, and once we get tested, you guys already got tested, then we can socialize.
Yeah,
I'll try to work on that test.
yeah, because then the spring is gonna come and the kids can go outside in the backyard and play and stuff.
Yeah. All right. All right. Well, listen, guys, this has been another Comedy Cellar Nightly. I had a great time. This was a fun one. I hope you guys come back on. We hope you enjoyed it. All you guys watching it at home. If you have any questions, of course, you can email Noam. What's that email again, Noam?
Podcast@comedycellar.com.
If you liked it, please send some positive reviews. If you didn't like it, keep your fucking thing to yourself. Nobody cares. Mike, all right, let's wrap this up. Shut it down, Mike.
Bye.